For a child is born to us, upon his shoulder dominion rests. They name him Wonder Counselor, God Hero, Father forever, Prince of Peace. His dominion from the David's throne is for now and forever. When we celebrate the feast of Santo Niño of Cebu today, I think this prophecy is symbolized in the form of a holy artifact, the statue. I'm just new to Philippines, first time even hearing about this feast. So I was curious, what does it mean? I found that this is a story related to the Spanish conquest. When Spaniards came to conquer the land and the people, they brought with them also the Christian faith. And if I am right, the first introduction of Christianity happened with the King Humabon getting baptized in 1521 with his queen and a lot of other people. So it's over 500 years. And when he was baptized, the king sent a present, a gift, a small statue of 1 foot or 12 inches, carved on black wood and decorated like a monarch. We don't know exactly the intentions of the king when he sent this. Does he mean that he is conquering this land for himself, or whether he was trying to conquer this land for Jesus Christ? I presume, or I prefer to take the second option, and that's what really happened. Today, Philippines is one of the largest Christian countries with the highest percentage of Christian or Catholic population. So this simple, small statue really worked a lot of miracle here. The growth of Christian faith. And this is also a big challenge to us today. This feast is not just a historical event, it should become a reality, means we should think anew about how is the state of faith in the Philippines. Also, when we think of Jesus as a child, it also implies a lot of reflection we need to make on the state of children here in the Philippines or elsewhere in the world. In today's gospel we read, when children came to Jesus, the disciples and others prevented. This was common practice for Jews. They never counted children. Children were considered as not yet human or not fully human. Only adults and male were counted. So children were considered insignificant to some extent. That's why they said, children, oh, you don't come to Jesus, you don't understand anything. But Jesus said, no. It's the children who have the right to come, or at least even adults who come to me should be like children, with an open heart, innocent mind, and willingness to depend on a higher authority or someone who is significant. So that places a big challenge to us. How do we come to God? With our ego, with our big education degrees, with our big roles and positions in the family or in the church or in society? Or are we open like a child? Revelation teaches us that every one of us is a child before God. We are not adults before God. We are children, or at least we ought to be like children. That's why Jesus said, only children go to heaven. If you want to go to the kingdom of heaven, you have to become like a child. And it's clear to us what is the attitude of the children. I think the number one quality is innocence. Children are considered sinless. That's why we even have the confession only at the age of 7. Because it's believed that the children below that age is not capable of sinning, or at least is not capable of willing to choose an evil. Because they are able, naturally enabled to choose only good. Secondly, children have absolute faith in the significant people. Even if their parents, father and mother, even if they are bad people, even if they are good people, rich or poor, whatever their social stature, children don't bother. They just depend on their parents. It's amazing. When we are grown up, we always want to depend only on influential people. We want to circle around important people. We look for significant people to associate with. But children don't do that. They just love and depend on their parents, even if they are living on the street or the slum, or even if their parents are very poorly dressed. So this is the symbol of the absolute trust. So God expects that when we come to the church or when we come to a prayer. So this absolute trust enables children to be completely free. There are no worries. There are no worries because they know their parents, someone significant will provide for them. And this is a great faith Jesus asked us to have, that the Heavenly Father will provide. So these are lessons from children that we need to remember for our own lives. These 3 qualities: innocence, total dependence on God, absolute freedom. And that's why children are always so joyous. They have no worries, no quarrels, no fire. They may fight, but they befriend the next moment. Now, this is another dimension of important responsibility for each one of us. If we read the papers or if we read the culture today, I think it's the worst time ever in the history of the world for little children. Never before in history we had so many orphan children or single parent children or children exposed to a lot of evils. There are parents, unfortunately, who give a mobile phone to the children as a toy so that they need not care for that child. And teachers and psychologists say that many children are exposed to adult content. They are very capable of handling any tool. So how we abandon children to so much, such a neglect for children. Also such bad examples, they see around what is happening, and many children are already upset. You look at their face, the toddler ages, they are very happy. The moment they begin to get exposed to these evils in the world, we see their face is different. Jesus said in today's gospel, why children are so innocent, so pure, so happy? Because they always look at the face of God the Father through their angels. I think it's very much true. Why the children are so joyous, so bright? Their eyes are so bright and they smile always. That's because they always behold the face of God. And they reflect that light like Moses reflected on Sinai. What would happen if they are always gazing at the evil dimensions of the world? Pornographic images, crimes, wars, fights. They are going to reflect that. There's an English saying, child is the father of man. If you take it seriously, if our children today are exposed to all these evil cruelties, what kind of a man are they going to be? So this feast puts a great onus, great responsibility on all the parents, teachers, adults, significant people, that we shall not malign these children. There's also untold cruelty done to children in war. A lot of children are starved because of the war. They have to migrate to another country. No education. Think of Myanmar, think of Ukraine, think of any African nation. The children are so malnourished. They have to flee from their home. They get no education. Who is responsible? We all have that responsibility. Again, another very great evil today is the abortion. How many countries have legalized? How many adults, just to save their face, they kill their innocent children? So I think when we celebrate this feast with all joy, we have reason to joy because God has become a child to save us. At the same time, we have to take up this responsibility so that our children too can believe or too can continue to gaze the face of God and reflect the marvelous light of God. May God bless us all. I wish you all a very, very blessed feast day of Santo Niño.